Good afternoon, world. It is straight up 12 o'clock noon here in Waxahachie, Texas, deep in the heart of the Lone Star State. And today is the 23rd of Julio, July 23rd, episode number 160. The last time that we're going to do our Jersey game. We got a new Jersey game replacing it. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. As always, we're broadcasting from our palatial studio here in downtown Waxahachie in our cozy little clubhouse here in the shadows of the Ellis County Courthouse. And I am, and always will be, your co-host, Jeff Lynch. Working the board in his Nico Hulkenberg Formula One T is our man, Sam Brooks. And to my right, always a hit,
Thank you, bud. Sammy,
Scott Brooks.
Sammy's not even into Formula One now. What is wrong with
Well,
you,
I mean,
Sam?
don't blame that on me. You don't even know what happened.
No, what happened?
They had the best season of all time. I just started watching, had a great time. The next season, they changed every single one of their regulations. Now, this season, it's a car passes. Oh, yay. The car that it passed passes it again, again, and again. So it's like passing, passing, passing,
Well, that's the
passing.
idea of racing.
What's wrong with that?
No, no,
By the
no.
way, if
And
you,
it's only one person that's winning every race.
okay, well, that would be bad. But it kind of like Bama and NCAA almost
Yeah,
ball.
it's
But
Mercedes.
if you are in a race and you pass the second place runner,
I'm
what
not mad
position?
at them.
I'm asking you a question. Don't interrupt me.
Okay, go.
If you're running a race and you pass the person in second place, what place are you in?
Oh, yeah, I've heard that before. I thought you were asking me
What
to.
place?
I'm in second place. You're not gonna get me, but they changed the.
People, everybody say, "I'm in first place. I'm in
Yeah,
first place."
I've heard that before.
Thank you for being here today. It's Scott, Jeff, Sammy on Grit and Good News. You can find us on Substack.com. You search for Grit and Good News, you'll find us there. Just a package of all kinds of content for $5 a month. You get us every Monday morning and Friday morning, where we do this show live, as Jeff mentioned, from our studios here in Waxahachie every Tuesday and Thursday, noon to 1 o'clock. And we talk about everything we can think of that might make sense to you. And boy, do we have a lot today. Let's get started though. Before we start anything, we would be remiss if we didn't tell you that today is Sammy's 22nd birthday. Sammy, there's
Big.
nothing on
Is
the
there nothing
screen.
on the? It was working
Uh-huh.
2 minutes ago.
Okay, you're fired. Sammy's
Again.
22nd birthday.
Let me
I
check the
can't
chat.
even believe it.
I know.
July the 23rd, 2004. It's hard to imagine already 22 years old. And
And that was back when we were doing our numbers game. That is a good
that is
number.
a good
That
number. We have
22's got him in all sports.
Terry,
who's the most famous 22 out there?
ES, Emmitt Smith.
Well, that's true. But so was wasn't Bob Hayes number 22?
The
Derrick
Rocket
Henry's number 22?
and
He ain't better. He ain't better than Emmitt
and
Smith.
Brett Hull for the Stars after a career at
I thought he was
16.
number 16.
He was,
Oh,
but not when he came and wore the green and black.
I think it's 22.
22.
What were you saying, Sammy? What were you moaning about?
I wasn't moaning. I was excited that Terry's here.
Oh, hey Terry.
Yeah.
We can't see you on our
I know.
screen
I'm
because
sorry, Terry. He said,
Sammy can't seem to figure out a basic
"Well, oh, well, okay,
monitor issue.
well, okay. Don't listen, to Terry. He
Anyway,
said, we actually get a break today. Only 97 for a high.
yeah, isn't that
And we
amazing?
got our air conditioner fixed this morning by a very capable man by the name of Santana.
Thank you, Terry. I appreciate it.
Yeah, there's no way I couldn't survive an hour in this heat of that. If living inside my house, I could if I
We
were
had about
playing golf.
18 tough hours. We came out of 18 tough hours. Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
All right, Sammy. So how do you feel to be 22?
Feel good.
You're as old as you will have ever been in your life. You know that?
Oh, what a genius I have next to me.
Is that true?
Yeah. You're as old as you've ever been.
Oh, as I've ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, how's it feel
It feels the same
at
as
21?
I'd say it feels the same as 20
Well, why
because
not 21?
21 was special
Why?
because like you get to have some fun.
Oh, Lord, Sammy. Fun. Here's fun to Sammy.
Overdue.
Here's fun for Sammy, which I'm thankful for actually compared to what he could be interested in. He gets to watch Big Brother tonight,
Okay.
and he gets to watch the Cooper flag and his family on on
Celebrity.
Celebrity Family Feud.
Yeah, does that not sound
I
like a
would
great
rather
night?
be stabbed in both eyes
Yeah.
Oh.
than watch Big Brother.
First of
Now
all, Big Brother is top
watch
10.
I would watch Family
I'm
Feud.
dropping the Big Brother, getting right on that Family Feud. He's got his twin brother Ace on it. He's got his
His brother's name what?
Ace
Ace.
Flag,
Ace.
Ace,
Ace.
ACE.
Ace, and then he's got another brother Hunter, and he's got his mother Kelly, and his dad Ralph, and his grandpa Papa Dan.
You know, I think they do that show from Atlanta, which
Oh, really?
makes
Yeah.
better sense than him being way out there. But anyway, so there you have
I
it.
texted Cooper today on Instagram, seeing if I could get a happy birthday. I'll let y'all know if he texts me
Yeah,
back.
you need to make
Okay,
contact with him.
okay,
Y'all
yeah.
you're older than he is, but y'all about the same age.
Yeah, I know.
Send him the clip of this show. Say,
Yeah.
pick us up
Yeah.
at the
Yes.
at the
Or
5 minute
your
mark.
column.
Yeah.
You could send him that.
Yeah.
A local columnist. You could send
Yeah.
him that. All right, what number 60?
Okay, this is
What about in
from
football?
this is football straight from ChatGPT. No double checking because I didn't.
Well, where do you normally get it from?
I get them from ChatGPT, but I double check on the internet
Oh,
and like look
be
and see
sure
if they
you're
actually
accurate.
wore it. Yeah.
Yeah, your sources should also always be
I got a
accurate.
big bunch
Number
from when I was
60.
okay, here we go.
No,
Here we
wait,
go.
football, number 6.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I always like to think of somebody that, in this case, I can't think of. So I don't know.
Okay. Jose Theodore.
No, that's
No.
NHL.
Yeah, my bad. I'm at the bottom. Well, that was a great start, wasn't it?
That's my name. That's my favorite hockey name, by the way.
And I saw him in Montreal. And he won the Vezina. He played 16 years. He won the Hart in 95. He won the Masterson Trophy.
Yeah, the only people that care about that are the three of
I
us,
said the name and
and maybe only two of us. in
it
this
started
room.
the train.
1 year ago, I did this research. As I'm getting my mileage out of it.
Oh,
All right, here
we
go.
started with football.
All right, football.
I know.
Chuck Bednarik.
Bednarik.
Yeah,
We got Otto Graham. That sounds familiar.
yeah.
Play for the
Legendary
Browns.
quarterback.
Bill Willis, also Browns, Hall of Famer. Brickshaw Ferguson.
Yeah.
Sean O'Hara. And then I'll end with Paul Howard.
Okay. What about basketball?
I didn't do basketball because nobody's over 60 in basketball. MLB. You got any?
I don't know anybody who would wear 60 in MLB either.
Hey, I do. Don't sleep on Dallas Keuchel.
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 Kunkel.
Yeah,
That's Jeff Kunkel.
Don't sleep on. I won't say it.
don't sleep on.
Stan Behansen. Stan Behansen.
Okay.
Yeah. Michael Givens.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jason Adam.
Yeah.
Those are.
Well known.
I hear people
The key there is well known, Sam.
turning off of Grit and Good News and going to
Yeah.
other podcasts all over the
No,
country.
no,
We
no.
can catch
at
three
this
idiots
minute.
anywhere.
No.
At this minute. They're
Ready?
All right.
Fast. NHL. Jose Theodore. I already said that
Best
one.
name in hockey.
Mark Stone. Senators.
Yeah.
Michael Gronlund. Jason Demers. And Vladimir Subtoka. So, there you go. More than you would ever like to know.
All right, there you have it. All right, let's catch up here on some updates. Sam, I already told you about Sammy's. We're gonna start out. Let's see what.
Before we go national, let's go local again. How about this? Hummingbirds are back at 134 Ocotillo Drive. We had them out early and we were attracting them and nobody else in town had them. And then all of a sudden,
Where's my son?
the flowers started blooming everywhere and we started getting,
Sammy, can you see it?
they
Okay.
didn't need us. They quit coming. We quit putting it out.
You know, we have little. It's a season. Says we have little things outside. We have never seen the hummingbirds, but they're for the hummingbird.
But you put water,
Yeah, we put that sugary stuff in there.
we make homemade
Oh,
and they're back.
well, we'll have to see out
We
by
got
our
two.
tree.
We got two back now.
Cool. All right, there's more than you wanted to know about hummingbirds. So do we want to start with Crockett? Look,
Let's dig
Jasmine
in.
Crockett, Jeff has this theory, and it's a common theory. It's not just Jeff's, but it's a theory from which he and I see it different. Any publicity is,
Good publicity. All publicity is good publicity.
I say, all publicity is not good publicity.
You
in
would
the-
not even know Jasmine Crockett if it wasn't for her
I
bad
know, but
publicity.
I know her for
That's
being a
the
dumb arse.
That's it.
Okay,
You
so
only know her from that,
Look,
from her bad publicity.
I told you the other day, we can go get all kinds of attention if we,
Well, we're not going that route, but
so we know Son of Sam, don't we? We know who, what was his name that did all that Helter Skelter stuff? Charlie Manson, we know who he is.
bad publicity.
Yeah. Yeah. So we know these people for being awful, awful
Right.
human beings. So that's not good publicity.
Okay.
That's
Call it
not,
what you like. You wouldn't know them if they hadn't been for their bad.
that's true. So all that said, Jasmine, who I think it's dumber. I mean, let's just be straight up, okay? We don't mess around on this show with how we see it. She gets dumber and dumber by every split second. And in that dumbness is found a bunch of uh lunacy that you just say, who around her, doesn't anybody around Jasmine Crockett love her enough to say, what on God's green earth are you doing, Jasmine? Why are you doing that?
When you see her up there, you know
Oh, that's how she does. Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
oversized
yeah,
glasses are huge, and
yeah.
she's got them
So
twice as
you're
big as this,
so you're
and
imitating.
they don't fit her,
That's
and
good.
they're
You can
white.
pull it off.
Yeah, thank you,
A
thank you.
70-year-old white guy with white hair
71.
imitating a 71 imitating a black female with long dark hair. That's good. I like that.
Right.
We cover the bases, don't we?
That's it.
So anyway, yeah, Sam.
Speaking of glasses, you asked me last week to come into your office to ask for my opinion of the glasses you were wearing.
Yeah.
Last night, last night on Big Brother, a 56-year-old woman was wearing the exact same
You're
glasses.
lying. I
I
want to get up and
swear,
kick your butt.
I swear
You're
to
lying.
you.
I won't.
Ask Kennedy.
Yeah, I have to see the
Her
picture.
name's Latrice.
I don't care what her name is. You have to see. I have to see the
It's
picture.
the
You're a
You
same.
can
jerk.
get the clip. You can get the clip
You're a
for him.
jerk.
It's
I
the
I
same
like I
glasses.
like glasses and watches and shoes, and I'm pushing the envelope. And my son's being a, you know what?
56-year-old woman. Okay, anyways.
Well, that's all right. That's younger
Well,
than me.
he
Um,
Scott accessorizes.
yes. So Jasmine Crockett, back to this moral of the story. Jasmine Crockett is an embarrassment. I just don't understand why somebody around her doesn't say, stop it. If that were Sammy, I wouldn't have, it wouldn't have to be me, his dad, to say stop. Although I would tell him, you'd say, Sammy, stop doing stuff like that. You're making a fool of
I
yourself.
would. I
And
would.
so Jasmine Crockett continues doing it. And I think here's my prediction. She's got 5 months left, 6 months left. It's only going to get worse because she believes she's going to go out with a bang, and she subscribes to the theory, the more stupid stuff I say, the more people will have me on TV, and she's all over it right now for what you're about to witness. Now,
And number three, in January, I ain't got no job, and I am
yeah,
looking for the next one.
yeah,
Hello.
we could make her our third host on here, fourth host. All right, so this is Jasmine Crockett, I believe yesterday or Tuesday in a Senate hearing or hearing in Congress. This is what this moron had to say.
The World Cup that captured the imaginations of the entire world when they saw all of these people of color that was playing for all these teams. And ultimately, if you recall, the last two teams, it was Argentina and Spain. And it seemed like the vast majority of the world was rooting for Argentina, or actually against Argentina, right? And why was that? Just give me an explanation if you could guess. If you'll just let them finish the answer.
Spain had the best team. Maybe that's why they were rooting for them.
There's also a racist history that exists as it relates
Mr.
to
Byer, you're
Argentina.
recognized.
Now,
The World
so
Cup that
this is a woman who looked at what we all looked at, and that is the world essentially, in not just literal or figuratively, but literally, the world coming together.
In the biggest melting pot
Exactly.
ever.
And in the most positive sense ever, we had no terrorism. We had no crime that we heard about that rose to the level of hearing about it. We didn't see any videos where people will get beat up for being a part of this team or that team. We didn't see anybody get beat up for wearing their favorite colors or whatever. And so we
Eh,
witnessed the best the world has to offer. I'm
And
not
we
talking.
had people across the world telling us about the
Yeah.
greatness of it. And it was in your community. They even renamed the Arlington's AT&T, after the beloved Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't mention anything about the goodness
Well,
of all that,
yeah.
including in your own district.
So
Shame.
this mental midget goes on to say to us that she thinks there's racism embedded in either the support of or the opposition to Argentina, or in your words, Argentina. Um,
Thank you.
and I literally I know we're supposed to be kind and nice, and God tells us that, and believe me, we want to be and we try to be, but I think there are times even God Himself, called out certain people throughout the Bible, and we're here to call what what it is. This is basic baseline stupidity. And it's offensive if we let it be offensive, but I'm not going to let somebody like Jasmine Crockett offend me because she's so stupid. That is just looking at something incredibly awesome and turning it into something just so it fits your dopey narrative.
I was making sure that the audio was good, so I didn't hear specifically what she said. What she said
Nothing.
Spain fans or
She said that Argentina well, play it again. Just play it
yeah,
again. Why
okay.
not?
I
You
didn't
can
hear
hear
what
it. Everybody can hear it again. Why
Alright.
not?
It captured the imaginations of the entire world when they saw all of these people of color that was playing for all these teams. And ultimately, if you recall, the last two teams, it was Argentina and Spain. And it seemed like the vast majority of the world was rooting for Argentina, or actually against Argentina, right? And why was that? Just give me an explanation if you could guess. If you'll just let them finish the answer.
Spain had the best team. Maybe that's why they were rooting for.
Don't you know that dude's like, what in
Yeah,
the
I don't
world kind
know.
of question is that?
So because most of the United States was rooting for Spain,
Well,
that's
how would she know that? I don't know
yeah,
how any of
yeah.
us know that.
That's I didn't
I
hear what she said, but
Every one of those
that's
teams was loaded with black players.
Yeah, I mean,
that's insane.
it is insane. It's beyond insane. All
It's
right, so we just thought your day wouldn't be complete without something from old Jazzy Crockett. Uh, all right, how about let's for another video here. We're just going to do 3 videos in a row to show people, our viewers, how whacked out things seem to get more and more whacked out, wackier every single day. Sammy, cue up the trans kid. So this is a kid in college. I can't remember what college, but he's lost his mind. He's a transgender kid, uh, and he's angry. I guess she's angry. I don't know what it is. It's angry because of the pronouns that he or she's being called. And just watch what happens.
Oh, my bad.
Stop mass tickling me! What's the problem? Why do you let those kids get away with this? They are not supposed to be here!
If you don't lower your voice, I am going to put handcuffs on you and I'm going to take you to a Baker Act facility. You lower your voice.
Try it.
Are you threatening me? Can we get another unit to deal with Jay Lee here? He is having a breakdown.
Say! Just say the right pronoun!
What'd you say?
7351.
Get down on the ground right now.
No!
You're about to get sprayed.
No, just
Get down on the ground right now.
Leave me alone!
I can come in there.
Leave me alone, please!
Okay, are you gonna calm down?
I want to be away from him.
It's too late now. It's too late now. He's gonna be taken away.
Say!
Bailey, you need to stop.
It's taken.
I just want to get away from him.
I understand that.
He needs
Say!
He
Say! Stop mass tickling me! Just say she!
Alpha 73.
Please step in. Watch your
Okay,
head.
that's good enough. So I will admit that there is a part of me that is empathetic because obviously there's mental illness.
Yeah.
So this person needs help. That's where my empathy ends, because what then starts is my and our understanding, like anybody that's watching this, understanding that that person wants the rest of us to accommodate a biological male by calling him a she, and he's losing his mind. And that we can be whatever, I guess, in this world, we can be whatever we choose to be, or we can say, given the left's fascination with gender identity, that we can be whatever we want to be. But what we can't do is force everybody else to accommodate us. That's why I disdain the LGBTQ movement or the BLM movement or any other movement. I don't care, KKK movement. Any movement that wants to force me to abide by their made up rules and laws. I'm not going to do that. The only rules and laws that matter are God's, and obviously we're law-abiding citizens, so the country's. And so this person is losing his mind, and the cop,
She.
oh yeah, and the cop is having some fun with it. What's wrong, Sammy? Okay, the cop's having some fun with it, and I think as it went on, we could still be watching it, but as it went on, he continued to call her he.
He was milking it, wasn't he?
Yeah, and so that,
Which, you know what? That wasn't the nicest thing to do.
no, that's where
He really didn't need to do that to she. I mean,
yeah,
he
I
could.
think if the person, the kid would have just acted normal and just said, look, I, I, I just don't want to be called a pronoun that I go by she, and I just prefer to be called a she. That's one way of communicating it. Doing that just
Right,
exacerbates it all, right?
No doubt.
The question comes down to really the same question that we have for Jasmine Crockett. Where are the people who love these people that continuously show up on videos that we all then circulate and wonder what in the world's going on? Where are the people who are supposed to protect these people? Where are the people that are supposed to love these people? Where are they? I mean, we got family members, just like every family has, that are different and subscribe to, in some cases, subscribe to vastly different lifestyles. And I've said before that I have a sister who's been in a lesbian relationship her whole adult life with the same person, and I love her. I don't have anything negative to say about her. I certainly don't approve or subscribe to her way of life, but that's between her and God. And so, but if I saw her on a video or knew that she was struggling or whatever, I would try to intervene. So what's missing in all these things, the common thread is that it's like when Joe Biden was running in office and running again. Aren't we supposed to care for people that are struggling instead of
Yeah,
using them?
no doubt.
All right, last of the wackos for today is Randi Weingarten. Randi Weingarten is a woman. She is the head of the AFT, American Federation of Teachers in this country, and that union, it's big, and a lot of blame can be laid at her feet for the education issues we have in this country. This is her in a speech this week, and where she also has some issues that need to be resolved. So, Sammy, let's play that one and let the folks hear it.
Right has enormous power, but this is what they don't have: the power of the people. That is the power and potential of our movement and of the AFT. Oh, and one more thing. We get done.
What Donald Trump does,
What?
whether you consider him an authoritarian or not, is the throwing out of so much stuff that people just throw up their hands and say, oh no, what are we gonna, all I want to do is stay home, and for those of us who drink, have a glass of wine, or for me, some vodka.
Well, that's not exactly educational. Randi
Yeah, you can turn
Weingarten
that
going
part
on
What's
a
the
wild
AFT? What's
American Federation of Teachers.
Oh my God.
So that's the head of teachers going off. She went
Oh my
on and
God.
on and on, screaming and yelling and bouncing and whatever that all is. I mean, I get it. Speech, those who give speeches like to be well, not all, but lots like to be animated and all over the place so as to garner more attention. But again, at some point you got to say, well, I'm making myself look more foolish than I am interesting. And then to start swearing, and then to start talking about how she needs to drink more vodka and all this other stuff. That's the head of the I think it's the largest teachers union in the country.
Yeah,
And
my wife was 30 years a teacher. I'm going to ask her a couple of things. Do all districts have union teachers, or is it district by? It's got to be district by district.
I don't know. My microphone's falling. I don't know what, to answer your question,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, and I don't know. She's been with a few different districts. I don't know if that meant she's been with some unions or not.
It might be that she's been with some unions. I know she's union, but I don't know. I don't know any more about her
Yeah,
than what
okay.
I hear and see.
I'll check that out.
So it just is alarming. And I think one part of the show, or the purpose of this show, is to say, be aware of what's going on out there. And because some of these things are going to end up right here at home. I mean, look, a couple of years ago when Beto O'Rourke a few years ago when Beto O'Rourke was running for president, he was here. And we had people on the right acting insane. Of course, people on the left already acting insane. But when somebody on the right is walking around the streets of Waxahachie at a Beto rally with a AK-47 or AR-15 on her, wrapped on her shoulder, a pink one, no less, colored pink so that more people would notice her lunacy. I think we have to call out our own. And so it's going to happen more and more at home because the craziness is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and wider and wider. And in that context, I say he's a kid. He's not much. I don't think he's any more older than 30. Named Hassan Piker, who comes from the Mamdani, AOC, Jesse Fuentes, that ilk out there. This guy Hassan Piker? We don't have video of it, but he showed up. He believes Mao Zedong. I never say it right. Anyway, the long time Chinese dictator who had tens of millions of people killed on the level of Hitler and blah blah blah. This dude not only thinks that Zedong, if I'm saying it right,
Mao Zedong.
is one of the world's greatest leaders. In a speech the other day, he dressed up like him.
I don't know if he was one of the world's greatest leaders. He was one of the world's most prominent leaders, though.
Well, yeah,
I'll say
prominent
that.
in the sense that he was a dictator and he had millions of people killed.
Right.
I don't want to be that prominent.
And he's on video hurting his dogs for no reason.
Doing what to him?
He live streams on Twitch to talk about stuff, and his dog, he likes to have his dog sit behind him on screen, curled up in her bed, and she like got up barely off of her bed, and he got mad, yelled, and then you couldn't see it, but he reached over, and then shocked her, and she whimpered and laid back down
I'm telling
immediately.
you, I know myself well enough to know he can dress the way he wants to dress. He can say the words he wants to say, but you touch a pet and hurt it, I'm going to jail. I may have to go to the hospital for getting beat up, but
That's what
I'm going to
this
jail.
imitator does that. I mean, Mao's long since gone and dead.
Huh?
Mao Zedong.
Oh no, he's talking about Hassan
I'm
Piker.
talking about Hassan.
This
Oh.
kid,
Yeah.
this kid, Hassan Piker, is a handsome, articulate, like Mamdani. I wouldn't call AOC attractive, but he comes from that same group.
Yeah.
And he's basically said that AOC is hands down the pick for the left for 2028
That'll be
president.
fine. That'll be fine. Look, let's go back to unions for a second. You know, there's something odd about unions. Certain jobs, if you want them, you got to join the union or you don't. There's no other choice.
Yeah.
Sam, in your life, how many unions you been in? Zero?
No,
1, 2, 3?
none.
Scott, how many?
None.
2. When I was age 15, I had to join a meat packers and stockers union to carry out groceries.
Yeah.
And when I was 20, I had to have a union card to drive a forklift at Sears.
Yeah.
And I only ever joined those unions because I had to.
Yeah, I'm not a union
I'm not
fan.
either.
And when I worked at the Buffalo News
That's what I was thinking somewhere along the line.
for all those years, I
Yeah.
was in management all
Right.
the time I was there, but I was part of our labor negotiations committee. So
Okay.
we for long periods of time negotiated with unions. And I
Did you
remember
have to have a bunch of different unions A pressman's
13,
union. 13 unions.
1,300 employees with 13 unions.
Can you name me very many of them?
I can name, well, you had I don't know the official names, but you had the drivers,
Drivers.
the deliverers,
Yeah.
that drove
Yeah.
all the big like vans that look like,
Sure. Yeah.
UPS van. You had the machinist unions, you had the guild for the writers,
Writers Guild.
orders,
Yeah.
you had you had I think photographers may have had their own union.
Mhm.
You had unions in the mail room. You had unions all throughout.
It's funny that the writers were in a union.
Even we had 100, maybe 100 something salespeople that were in my department, and probably half were in the union. That's a really tough job. And then when I was in
Sales?
Pittsburgh, the entire sales floors
Wow.
were union. And so you imagine having
That's white collar
your-
work and union job.
imagine your revenue source being a union and trying to discipline or trying to do this with them or that with them. I
yeah.
mean, we had settings where we had meetings with the what do you call them, union stewards,
Shop stewards.
who would be representing a member of a union. And there are times I remember saying, are you insane? Get out of my office with that nonsense. I'll never forget one time we had a big meeting, staff meeting. One of the young ladies in one of the union shops of the classified department,
Okay.
classified advertising. Well, we generated, millions out of the classified advertising department back then. We wanted to recognize her for doing a great job. Well, she wasn't in the meeting, so we called her down to our first floor auditorium to recognize her in front of everybody. We gave her a nice jacket. We gave her some bonus money. She filed a complaint with the union because we took her out of her workspace for 15 minutes to recognize her. And when that steward and her came into my office to meet with me to make their case about that I threw them out, saying, if you want there to be any relationship between management and labor, in this case, you got to get out of here because I'm about to lose my mind. We recognized her for doing a good job, and y'all want to file a complaint for that? It's insane.
Was it costing her 15 minutes on the clock or something?
Yeah, that's
Oh my
15
God.
minutes of being able to generate revenue by which she made her income. And so it
Wow.
was, but
Wow.
then I'm not a big union fan. Anyway, so Hassan Piker, remember names like Hassan Piker, Mamdani, of course, AOC, of course. We shared with you Randi Weingarten. There are others that are out there who are going to join this communism, socialism push, and it's going to take over the Democrat Party. If the Democrats hadn't figured out by now how to stop it, which obviously they haven't, it's going to continue to just take over, much like a blob would just overtake
Do
gradually.
you know what is a weird parallel? The country of Lebanon.
Yeah.
All of their problems stem historically way, way, way back to outsiders coming in and taking over parts of their country.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
That's
I think
that's exactly
that's what's happening to the Democrat Party, and I don't want to see it happen. I don't want the Democrat Party to be any stronger than what it's ever been. On the other hand, I don't want a worse. It's that old thing about knowing the devil you sleep with, or
Mhm.
knowing the devil around you, as opposed to not knowing the devil that's coming. In this case, I think the communist socialist movement out there, Bernie Sanders, matter of fact, we got a column and some content coming up about how, in my opinion, I think Bernie Sanders is one of the worst Americans on the planet. Those people taking over spells bad, bad, bad news for this country. And the Democrats are feckless at this
Feckless.
point to be able to combat them. Matter of fact, I read a story yesterday. His name is Josh, I think it's Gottheimer.
Gutenheimer.
A congressman is one of the first on the Democrat side to come out and say, we've got to stop these people. This can't continue. And we've talked about Mamdani on this show before in New York about becoming the poster child, if you will, for communist socialism impact. I mean, we're starting to already see it.
And the old expression, you don't want to feel like the guy that showed up at a birthday party he wasn't invited to go to.
Yeah.
But how can they not feel a little bit of that? And I'll tell you why. Because the people said, yeah,
Come on in.
come on to this
Yeah,
birthday
we got
party.
a big tent,
Yeah.
right? I'm so tired of hearing about that. And the last thing I'll say on Mamdani is this notion that he's going to have Netanyahu arrested the minute Netanyahu comes to New York City in September is laughable. And if you believe, anybody watching the show believes that Mamdani or any other whack job politician out there is going to arrest Netanyahu, you're crazy. And but Mamdani, I don't quite get it. The Minnesota Star Tribune, by the way, paper you're familiar with,
More than.
came out. I think we don't have the clip of Tim Walz saying when he was questioned about being a part of the pardon for an illegal immigrant who had raped over a 2-year period, raped a 10-year-old little
Saw a
girl.
clip on that.
He defended it and said
On national news.
He did, and he said,
Network.
matter of fact, it's one thing to defend it, but to defend it by saying, well, by deporting this guy, are we making our community any safer? Or are we making our kids any more complete or whole by a guy who obviously we're judging by his worst day? I mean, he just went on and everything
That
he
worst
was
day
saying.
never quit, did it?
It didn't.
Yeah.
And first of all, it wasn't his worst day. It was the 2-year period that he did this.
Yeah.
And so that was bad enough for the governor of Minnesota to come out and support the pardon of this creep. Then along comes the Minnesota Star Tribune, a woman by the name of Rochelle Olson, a columnist who wrote a column this week supporting Walz and the pardon of this guy. And I mean, the Star Tribune has now become a laughing stock of this whole matter. And I just don't. Isn't there somebody here we go again with the question, isn't there somebody at the Minnesota Star Tribune who says, wait a minute, we're not letting that
They're a
column.
long time liberal paper.
Yeah,
and that's where Amy Klobuchar used to have a column before she became a senator. And she launched into that off of the fame from her father, Jim Klobuchar, who wrote one of those deals you find on the Metro section. It's just a pure opinion column of local stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And boy, he was a legend there for 40 years.
Well, I think the idea that any paper in America would support the pardoning of a child rapist over a 2-year period is proof enough to know that some places like Minnesota and Minneapolis have well earned the distinction of being a corrupt, godless city. I mean, I don't know how else you could say it.
It's hard on me.
Yeah, it's one of your hometown
it tears me up.
papers. All right. Let me see what else I wanted to mention. Transgender one. Let's talk about data centers. So data centers at face value is kind of a boring subject at face value. Who wants to sit around and talk about data centers? But data centers are these magnificently big warehouses that store the technology used to at the engine for artificial intelligence. Now, artificial intelligence, when we started hearing about this, was just, I could ask AI or Chat GPT or Gemini or Grok, whatever one you use, certain things or to do certain things for you, and it would do it. Since then, it's growing every day, and the idea that AI is becoming a real part of American life, world life, or life wherever you are is a thing. And as we were talking this morning in prep, there are certain things we're realizing every day that AI can do that we didn't know, from medical to mechanical to lifestyle to
all the thinking you can do.
There's not a single source that you can't ask AI for information about or for and not get it. We're having a little issue with our garbage disposal and one of our lights in our kitchen. It's not that they're not working. It's just that when they stop working, and then the breaker would go off, and we'd push the breaker back on, and they would work for a split second and go off again. So something's happening between with the electricity. I haven't yet, but I'm going to ask AI what is
Right.
the issue there, and then proceed. Uh, if you want to know what you're eating, like, I know it's going to sound crazy, but I like anything that's pickled. Like, I like beets, I like pickles, tomatoes, things like that, okra. So I want to know. I did the other day. Is this actually good for me, my stomach, my
Yeah.
digestive system? And you can go to AI, and it not only just provides you an answer, but gives you the resources or the sources
Right.
that you can look them up. So we're talking about the housing for this kind of technology. Sammy, you're going to say something?
Yeah, I'm gonna plug this phone in real quick. I just
Okay.
want to let you know.
All
Yeah.
right, go
And
ahead.
it's just the pyramiding of the data, and it just doesn't quit. So we can talk forever about what it does and the benefits, but let's talk about at what cost. And
Yeah,
that's
so
that's my
that is the
issue.
point. So that let's just keep it to Texas and to our portion or area of Texas, Ellis County. There are certain municipalities, certain city councils, certain governments within our county who are open to data centers and wanting them here because of what the pros are or believed to be versus the cons. But to set it up, these are big. I don't know exactly. Does that talk about square footage at all?
No,
Okay.
I lost the second
They're
piece.
they're they're tens of thousands of square feet buildings that, like any big, massive warehouse you would see, that house all these computers. And to run these computers doesn't mean you just turn on a light switch. It means there's a whole lot of stuff that goes into that.
And even though there's not a lot of people there, the heating and cooling needs are ridiculous in them because they're hot machines running. And
Right.
so you need a ton of water in the cooling, you need a ton of electricity in the cooling. And that's been a big complaint. And in the last 30 days, all of a sudden I'm hearing of all kind of people that are talking about, we're putting in a data center self-sufficient. We're putting in an electrical plant there
Yeah.
to serve our own needs, and it will actually generate needs for the community.
Right.
They don't have the thing figured out on the water part at all. And that's a bad deal.
Yeah,
But
that's a
so many small places you drive by these little cities and they got these signs say
no data
no
centers.
data centers.
So
Yeah.
And let me just talk one more second on the um other drawbacks in terms of it is raising the prices for chips needed for processing up 400%
Mm.
since 2024.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, Laptops and iPads are going up 20% as a result. And it's causing those two things have enough impact to affect total inflation in the country. And what happens with total inflation? When inflation goes up, our good Fed
Yeah.
can't let that happen, and interest rates go up. So you talk about just those three things, and the water problems and the electric problems. And I'm not saying we don't need them, but
Well,
how much damn AI do we really need?
it's Sammy, were you going to say something?
I was just gonna say, does this compare well at all to like cryptocurrency buildings? Have you heard of those? Like
It may have some
where
connection to it.
all they have all the computers in the water. It's
I
very
think the same
loud.
things that are yes. So
All those same problems.
what I'd
Yes,
like to
Sam.
do is, for the 5 minutes here, just highlight some pros and cons. We'll get deeper into this because I really want to provide our viewers with an understanding of data centers. Because if you're a capitalist, which most of the people watching us are, we are, then you're more likely to say, I am. Just give it to me. Let's figure out a way, because one, we want the advantages, I do, of AI. We want the positives from data centers, which there are several. Uh, but we can't do that without a true understanding or acknowledgement of the cons.
Yeah.
So for the next 2 or 3 minutes, let's just highlight these things, and then we'll have a deeper discussion come next
Okay,
Tuesday.
let's go.
So there, a smaller I'm sorry, a smaller data center might require 10 to 30 megawatts of electricity. Now, I don't know a megawatt from a JJ watt, but I do know that there's a lot, as you just said, a lot of electricity and water that's required to run these data centers. While a large hyperscale or artificial intelligence campus may require hundreds of megawatts, and we'll go deeper on megawatts in our next few shows. The larger the project, the greater the potential benefits and risks. So here are the pros of, in my opinion, pros of the data centers that are being proposed across this
Okay.
country. Number one, increased tax revenue, because data centers
Right.
contain
Yeah.
extremely expensive buildings, computers, cooling systems, and electrical equipment. They can increase the tax base. Construction of those. Now
Right on.
that's a one and done kind of thing where you do the construction and you
So
move
much
on.
trickle down expense in that
Yeah.
whole area.
So
Yeah.
you have
Revenue.
there will be I've got a list here, new electrical substations, high voltage transmission lines, additional generating capacity, large utility infrastructure investments, easements across private party, which I'm not so sure I like that. Years of construction involving poles, wires, and transformers. So as you say, the trickle down or the rippling effect of data centers has a positive impact on the economy.
Everyone performing any one of those jobs is in a well-paid career.
Yeah, and the question really boils down to who's going to pay for all of that.
Right.
That's one of the cons that we'll talk about. Let me see here. Got my list that I wanted to share. As you just mentioned, well-paying permanent jobs. There aren't a lot of jobs that are going to be, like tons of jobs, thousands in a data center. There's not going to be thousands of jobs associated with a single data center, but there will be new jobs associated with each one.
And all that stuff needs maintaining.
Yeah, those are permanent jobs. There will be
Right.
temporary jobs, things like that. You mentioned the rippling effect will mean indirect jobs claimed through economic multipliers. So the more AI is used by entrepreneurs, as an example, to develop their ideas and to bring them into play, there will be jobs created as a result of that. And so
Guys
those
coming in and staying in motel rooms and eating
yeah,
food.
so
and
the cons are tax base, construction boosts, and the impact on the economy with respect to jobs.
Right.
Here are the highlights or lowlights, if you want to consider it that way, of data centers. Extremely heavy electricity demand. You talked about that. I don't know how. I guess if a data center is being built in the middle of the Sahara Desert, and there's space to build an electrical grid and the wherewithal to be able to do it, or water grid or whatever, then knock yourself out. But when we're talking about data centers in Red Oak, we're talking about data centers in Waxahachie, we're talking about them in Ennis and other Midlothian. They can't be self-sufficient. I
No.
think just largely because there's not enough to go around, and number two, there's not enough land upon which to build these big,
Right.
they call them large scale campuses. So the electrical demand, as you just said, is very real. The pressure on water supplies is enormous. So
Ain't building any more of that, are they?
so we have to think about and go deeper on the water supplies, what it does to drinking water, what it does to water treatment, so on and so forth. We'll go deeper on this sort of thing. How about the noise? Sammy mentioned noise, right, Sam? They are noisy. There are emissions. Now we're not climate goobers in here. We don't sit around and talk about what it used to be called global warming or climate change or whatever. But there are, with respect to these data centers, there are certain emissions that will be going into the air that have to be thought about. The construction, traffic, and damage done to roads and infrastructure that will be required in the building of these things. We have loss of developable land. So the land that it takes to build a tens of thousands square foot data center is going to, you have to use land that could be used for other things, maybe. And then the changes to a community's appearance and character. Now, you can say that's the least of our concerns. However, I will say that coming into Waxahachie, from the north and seeing a big, beautiful hospital um, speaks to kind of gives the impression of a community that's probably not behind the times.
And it makes you think, wow, I've just been through 3 exits in 5 minutes and nothing but factories along this road.
Yeah, well, true. Because then on the other side, if you go down a little bit further, you got Fanatics. Now, Fanatics, in front of it's a beautiful looking building, but it's a massive 600,000 square foot warehouse. So, oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, we all, and believe me, money's being spent to make sure that Waxahachie has a pleasant picture, presents a pleasant picture. So we have to think about that. So those are the cons and the pros as we see them right now. We will go deeper on this and promise to get very specific about what it may do to you, to our community here, and to those of us that care about where we live. So more to come on that. All right. So Jeffrey, what do you got for
What do we got,
prime
Samuel? We got
time?
page 20, spontaneity. You think I just sat down and just decided to write something one day?
It sounds like it.
Spontaneity. You can't duplicate spontaneity. It doesn't work that way. Yes, this I often do say. Seems like nearly every day. But my wife tends to say to me, when a cute expression she does see, please do that again. Then the trouble does begin. I can't repeat what I've done, though she thought it was fun. It happened without thought. That's all that I got. When you make a quip, it simply rolls off your lip. Not only is this fine, it beats any old memorized line. You see, spontaneity is found inside of
A tree.
me. Thank you, a tree. Christ almighty. It's inside you too. I guarantee that is true. Yet a rehearsed line is fine, but not every time. Leave those to the stage where they're all the rage. Be open to your heart. It will do its part. Relax and it will flow if you only let it go.
Very good. Yeah. Spontaneity.
I don't know.
All righty. Day in history. What
Day
do
in
we got?
history. 6-4 for the big man. Rough day. Here we go. The Ford Motor Company sold its first car, a Model
T.
Did I not walk into your office and tell you a fun fact about today? My birthday, Ford first car was sold, and I don't even know the year.
and it's not a Model T. Maybe let's go lower on the alphabet.
Why?
Model D.
A. The
Oh,
Model A.
oh, I went.
Come on.
I'm gonna guess 1908.
1910.
03.
Okay.
Oh, we both got it. Snuck in.
It sold for $850.
Wow.
Britain's Queen Elizabeth II, I had trouble on this, named the first 4 women to her peerage in the House of Lords. It's a big old fancy book that they keep track of fancy people's names.
I'm gonna guess there's a big old jump. I'm gonna go 59.
26.
It's a great guess. It was 58.
Oh my gosh!
That ain't right.
Wow.
And she just died here recently.
Yeah, she did.
Deadly rioting erupted in Detroit as an early morning police raid on an unlicensed bar resulted in a confrontation with local residents that led to 5 days of violence and 43 deaths.
And this one doesn't jump at all. I'm gonna go 61.
67.
67 for the bonus.
Booyah.
Ooh, got it.
An Air Canada Boeing 767 ran out of fuel while flying from Montreal to Edmonton. That's a long flight. The pilots were able to glide the jetliner to a safe emergency landing in Gimli, Manitoba. The near disaster occurred because the fuel had been erroneously measured in pounds instead of kilograms at a time when Canada was converting to the metric system.
Oh my gosh.
Yikes.
I'll go 77.
78.
83.
Heck yeah.
You're there still. The search for Andrew Cunanan,
Yes.
the
Who
suspected
killed
killer of designer Gianni Versace and
Yes,
others,
Versace.
ended
Miami.
as police found his body on a houseboat in Miami Beach
Yep.
in an apparent
Suicide.
Choking?
suicide.
Oh.
Yeah,
I don't
we
know
can't
which
say
way,
that
yeah.
with certain things.
Yeah.
I'll go 88.
I've been there for the express purpose of seeing where Versace was murdered. and I did it in
You went there for that.
98.
Well, you did it right after it happened in 97, young man.
Dang.
Actually, I had to go to South Beach, Miami for business, and we were treated by our vendor to stay at Miami Beach. And so one of the things we did, it's right there along the beach, and it's right there with restaurants and everything else, and it's a mansion, but it's just right there. So you could walk on the steps right where he was. It's like the OJ stuff, morbid people.
He's designer now, right?
He's dead.
But his brand is still Versace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was this houseboat at his big place?
It
then,
wasn't a
probably?
house. Oh, the houseboat.
It was a house.
I'm not sure where that houseboat was.
Okay.
Um,
Eileen Collins became the first woman to command a U.S. space flight as the shuttle Columbia blasted off to deploy the world's most powerful X-ray telescope, the Chandra X-ray Observatory.
2006.
Oh.
1999.
I'm there.
Oh.
1999.
I'm there.
Sam is killing it today on his birthday. I love it. The Massachusetts Attorney General issued a report saying clergy members and others in the Boston Archdiocese had probably sexually abused more than 1,000 people over a period of 6 decades.
I don't even know. 2019.
13.
The heck?
That's awful.
And we go here to Amy Weinstein, 27. I was way off on this. Was found dead in her London home from accidental blood poisoning. I don't know.
Are you talking about Amy
Whitehouse? What is it?
Weinstein.
No, Winehouse.
Yeah.
Winehouse.
Yeah.
I don't think alcohol poisoning is really accidental. Usually, I wouldn't think.
2015.
2013.
2011. There's a bonus for this one.
Dang it.
I knew this one coming, and so she had to give me the bonus. I jumped in on it. Here we go.
There you go, Terry.
Penn State's football program was all but leveled by penalties for its handling of the blank person's sexual child abuse scandal, as the NCAA imposed an unprecedented $60 million fine, a 4-year ban from postseason play, and a cut in the scholarships of football scholarships.
Yeah,
the school could award.
Yeah,
and that
who
was the man that did this?
I know the answer.
I have no idea.
Jerry Sandusky.
Yes, for the bonus.
In the year
2021.
No, it goes back. When was the last?
It was
The last one was 11.
Yeah, I'd say 2012.
Well, I picked 14, and I wish I'd had 12 because it was the bonus.
Oh yeah.
Oh dang.
Look at that.
I
I
barely
got
missed
10 and 2.
10
Me
and 2.
too.
10 and 2.
You
Oh
two,
no, I didn't get a.
And the big man is distant last on your
7 and 2.
7 and 2.
You got
good
bonus.
job on your birthday. Good job on the
All right.
on the genealogy involved in
I got a
birthing
good
that
one.
boy.
I got a good
Okay,
one
here we
for
go.
you.
Let's
Are
go.
you ready?
Better be sports.
Born to be ready.
It ain't sports. You need to broaden your horizons.
Oh my gosh.
True or false? Crocodiles,
Mhm.
who may look like lizards, are actually more closely related to birds.
I will go false.
I'll go with Sam on his birthday. I know it's true.
This should come as no surprise to anyone who knows that birds are directly descended from dinosaurs. Therefore,
okay.
crocodiles are closely related, more closely related to birds.
You talk
than
about
to
the back door
reptiles.
on that answer.
Y'all got it wrong. Anyway, so I think did we have anything else we're supposed to do? No. So
No,
there you go for today. We're thankful that you were here. Hope you have a blessed weekend. Stay hydrated, stay cool, and stay happy.
Training camp starts next week, don't it?
Why? Don't point at me.
Well, I can't point at you.
Sammy may not be here given his attitude today. Next week.
I think that's doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't, Sammy. Anyway, thank you for being here. We really enjoy it.
And have a great day and put a smile on somebody's face. I know we did that a few times today
I
on
hope
our
so.
part.
I hope
Amen. Goodbye.